The most common thing I hear from a seller or a person who's new to LinkedIn and has a sales background is they've already been using or they're considering using LinkedIn automation for their social selling. And what's worse, they equate the phrase social selling and all that entails with automating activity on LinkedIn. They'll say, we want to do social selling, which automation tool do you recommend? And I have to say that's just not nearly the entirety of the effort. So if you approach it from the lens of we need to go about getting more leads, and the way to do that is to get this canned message in the hands of thousands of people, you have to think of it like this. Your message is not that great. And what do I mean by that? It's not your message that stands out. What you will probably say in your message is something that a lot of other vendors will say too. LinkedIn is unique in that it's about the connection, the credibility, the background that you bring. That's the social part of it. It's not a cold call. If you cold call, you should get to the point really quickly and ask for a meeting relatively quickly because you don't want to keep somebody on the phone. It's a synchronous method of communication, so you shouldn't bother somebody by cold calling them and trying to keep them on the phone talking about something other than getting to a meeting for 20 minutes. But LinkedIn's different. It's different because it's your background that matters. It's because if they connect with you, they can see the content you post. If it's relevant to them now, 3 months from now, or a year from now, they know that they have the option to contact you for a sales conversation when they're ready, not now. So that's why LinkedIn is just a different method of communication, and you can't think about social selling as automation first. I have not won deals with automation, and I rarely see it happen. This is not to say that you can't make it work. I've seen plenty of startups in the past go from seed to Series A round almost purely with a high volume automated approach. But you have to understand that if you go down that road, there is a timer on it. You will burn some leads, and it's not going to be as good for you in the long run as taking the time to get to know somebody, to send them a real note, to connect with them, and say something that matters. If you don't know what to say to somebody when you're going to connect with them, don't say anything at all. You're better off hitting the connect button and then not saying anything, and then letting them read your content for a while. And when they are ready, they'll contact you. This happens all the time. I get a message that says, Alex, I've been reading your stuff for months. We need what you offer. I'd like to have a chat with you. I rarely, if ever, ask for a meeting on the first no. So don't ask for a meeting right away. Don't treat it like a cold call. And don't think that automation should be the forefront of what you do. It's really not. The first thing you need to do is build credibility, never detract from your credibility, and make sure people see what you post so you have a chance of actually creating pipeline.